In this video we will do some modifications to my pickup's bed, and we'll start off with something that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really does make a big difference in day-to-day use. Right now it's stock, and when you open the tailgate you have to kind of catch it, so if you don't, it just falls down. And that's a regular thing with commercial vehicles. The closing part is really not that big of a deal to me, but the opening part. Because when you open it and you have something in one hand, whether it's something from the hardware store or just a bag of groceries or whatever, when this thing comes towards you, you really do need a fair amount of strength to not let it fall down, and obviously I don't want to let it fall down. So I bought a simple strut for it. I've been thinking along actually about upgrading it with a strut, but what really set me off to do this was when a friend opened this tailgate and he didn't expect that it comes towards him, and so he just stood there and opened it, and I caught it in the last moment, so it would have kind of hit him. And there it was clear to me, like, no, I need this damn strut. It's not such a big deal, so yes. And here is this kit I bought. It is just the strut and those couple of metal pieces and some screws, and the installation should be rather simple. So let me see if I can do this. So I've got half the strut here assembled, and the first order of business is actually to remove the tail light. So that's what we'll do. Oh no, there's some concrete in there still. Oh crap. And is that all that holds the taillight in? Really? Are you shitting me? Look how much it already is out. What? So I figured out what we have to do. This is something where we can screw this screw into that holds then this bracket on like so, right here. And so I think I can get away with leaving the taillight like this with some fiddling. I mean, I'm used to that. I work on phones and stuff every day. But we have another problem, and that is, you might have spotted it already, getting this in there, because it just doesn't clear it. Meaning this main strut for the hatch, like I'm just seeing right now, this thing is also in the way. I removed it. In case it fits, I'll put it back. But yeah, let's try it again then. Oh, this is a close fit. We cannot continue if we don't solve this, because that is what's keeping everything halted. Alright. How hard can it be? Come on, taillight, just move out of the way quickly. Now, this is literally just a plate, that screws to the back to reinforce so that the whole strength doesn't go on the body alone. So, yeah. But yeah, and also something to screw into, of course. So is there anything else we should do with this? So this is the status quo. I did a little unconventional method and I just hacked away at this, stabbed away, and then it finally gave way. And if we move it now, it finally somewhat works, and I think it will wear out and just make it work basically. And when this is screwed in properly, there's nothing to move it, and so yeah, it will grind its way in there. And yeah, that's just the problem with the tolerances. They're just non-existent. See if the tail light goes in easily. Yeah. Well, that was pretty simple, guys. Yeah. Just see, is it in? Is this able to close now? With this strap hiding in there? Is it? Just hope this bad liner doesn't ruin the day here. Right? Yeah, it's gotta be fine. It's gotta be fine. Look at that. This poor strut. Yeah. It really looks like we have to take this off, which I'm not looking forward to because it's gonna be hard as fuck. Because we need to put that O-ring between the hinge here and the screw so it doesn't rub. So there we go, that's the explanation why it rubs. It is professional as always. Almost tripped the damn things, I'm just gonna go without it. This one's next. Yes, it turns. See what's going on here. All right. I see. Put some thread locker on this. That makes sense why this one just does not want to turn. Those two things, they will go bye-bye. And now, apparently this goes through here and there and makes it movable somewhat. Whoa. Let's remove the nice Toyota screws because why not? Yes, oh gosh, I'm always afraid that they just might not turn, you know. I'm really happy that this truck is not like 12, 15 years old because then this would be a whole nother level of, because by then, you know, all those screws, those would have been rust there or just seized. We plop this thing back on. And that works. Are you sure, Toyota? Or whoever made this? Yeah, sure. Yes! It clears in! Let's move the strut into its home, where it will hopefully go. Strut D, just a little more. Just a little more. Ha ha ha. Just to put this back on and then we're done. What I'm doing beforehand is seeing if it closes. Okay, it did close. Yes! It doesn't fall down anymore. Well, isn't that amazing? And I still have the same strength as with the original strut, so I still can sit on it, I can still do all the truck stuff, but I don't have to, you know, catch it every time it falls down. Oh, what a relief that is. That works so good. Alright, now that it worked so well, I can finally tighten all the screws properly because I just made sure that it works first. And yeah, then I can leave it, finally. I'm done. So, we're done. I tightened all the screws, sprayed this here a little bit with WD-40, and now it works great. Yes, it does make this cling every time it opens because of this, but that's fine because it needs to do this since we have now a strut here, and that this doesn't crash into the strut. It needs to be able to move, so they did that really nicely. One thing I have to get used to though at this point is every time I close it, I have to make sure that I put more force in this direction, because if I don't, it only closes all the way here. I don't know why it does that. It probably has to do with this strut thing, but that's so minor. Don't really care about this at all. Look at it, it's working. Here's what I meant. Yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe this is just out of adjustment anyway. Maybe I never noticed it because I never spend so much time looking around here. Probably. Yes. Amazing. Job done.